Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. Welcome, sir.
Good
Welcome.
evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. Welcome, all of you. This is Kumarswami Mahavidyalaya-A, District Latur, Maharashtra, running daily webinar series. Today is the 280th day of this second part, and today's resource person invited talk Dr. R. Suresh, sir, who is from Department of Management Studies, Shri Sairam Engineering College, Chennai. He will contribute his knowledge on A to A for career success. He is well-known orator and best teacher of the college. He accepted our invitation and suggested the topic. I said, we welcome you, sir, and welcome to all participants, those who are joined here, including Sharan Bassappa, Dr. Swanand Shukla, sir, who received international award for his social work just now in Thailand, Sanjay Kale, sir, who is IQC coordinator, Javir Singhji, Patil, sir, and others. I welcome all of you. Sir, you can start your speech and share your PPT. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor. So I'm very much grateful for be a part of this program, right? Because you are doing a wonderful job. Okay, maybe a thousand seminar. It's not actually a easy task that I can know. Okay, I know every day maybe you're having a lot of trouble in organizing the things. Okay, so I can understand. Okay, but even though you have a lot of hurdles, okay, and most of the topics, even I used to attend some of the topics maybe whenever I had a free time. So it is more interesting, and this we had diverse knowledge across the fields. Okay, because various it's not pertain to a single area. So I'm very happy because it is not confined to a single topic. So here I'm here maybe to talk about something for the career success, right? Because the topic is about mean for only students, but we may wonder that why it's taken. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, I will check, sir. I will check. I think. Is it okay, sir? Now. Okay. One second. Yeah. So, shall I continue, Professor? Oh, one second. One second. Is it okay, Professor? Now, is it okay? Yeah, because one important thing is I'm using speaker here, okay, for audio. Even though I kept a little bit distance, okay, maybe now I just moved a little bit, okay, right. Is it okay, sir? Now,
Yes, sir. Please, sir.
okay. I will share my slide. Okay, before going to the slide, just I want to give you a preamble about the my topic, right? So A to A for career success, right? So here A to A means actually people used to wonder, okay, because aptitude and attitude, because it's mainly related to the career development. Okay, we the academicians actually we are focused more on the development of the students. There is no doubt. But here the problem is recent days we are facing the problem like most of the students are very good in the academics, but they are not able to cope up in the interview. So the main focus is to how what are the maybe things are lagging. Okay, so we want to it's our responsibility as an academician to develop the skills of our students. So in that aspect only this actually the topic was selected, and I hope you also gave permission to proceed with the same topic. I hope it will be useful for the academicians, because so that they will convey the things to the students, and maybe they will get also get the benefit. Okay, so here I want to take two things, because when you go for any interview, maybe the first round will be a written test, will be there, it's an aptitude test. Okay, so maybe there will be a set of test will be conducted. Finally, there will be a HR interview or final interview, and the students will be selected or not selected, will be intimated. So the main reason is actually for the past 25 years in my academic experience, we found that actually most of the students are able to clear even the first round, they are able to clear the second round, even group discussion, all these rounds, and finally they are not able to get qualified. The reason was actually we discussed with a lot of HR managers and other academicians, okay, and we found that actually the attitude. So attitude plays an important role that everybody knows in our day-to-day life also. So here in interview, we take attitude is an important part. Because of attitude, even I can quote some examples, because we used to take a lot of interviews, conduct interviews, and finally we used to get the feedback from the recruiter because we didn't recruit the student because we don't have the we didn't get the right attitude, right? Because attitude always matters, nobody can deny. So in that perspective only, I took the topic. So now I can share my presentation. Just a minute, sir. I will share the presentation. I hope you are able to see the screen.
Yes.
Okay. So this is actually when it comes to hiring, attitude is an important than skill, right? Because if you take this if you take this pie diagram, so attitude, aptitude, and technical skills, and most of the students are able to through the academic routine, academic exams, and other things, they're able to be acquire the technical skills, and maybe by practice they can go for aptitude. So, but the thing is, attitude is something different from both aptitude and technical skills. So here I am going to focus more on attitude. What is the importance of attitude? Okay, why we are supposed to train the students to focus more on attitude? That's my perspective. So here, this is my agenda: skills versus attitude, aptitude test purpose. Because we can't deny aptitude test is not having any purpose. Okay, so there is a lot of purpose, because most of the recruitment agencies and maybe companies, they are conducting aptitude test as a initial screening test. So we can't deny, okay, that is also important. So apart from that, we are going to discuss about the importance of attitude and steps to improve attitude. That's the most important part. Okay, because we should know how to improve the aptitude of our students. Okay, because our students actually, they had maybe they are coming from a different background. Maybe we take an UG degree college, or it may be PG, whatever it may be. They are coming from a different background, and they're coming to the college life. So because once they complete the higher education, they are going for a job, whether it's a UG or PG or any other professional courses. They don't have the right attitude, they are not able to settle down in a very good job, right? So they may be getting some job, okay, because mostly you can find in India, people are mostly underemployed. So rather than unemployment, underemployment is the worst thing. So there is a thing, because they are not getting the right job for the based on this degree. Okay, here I can mention because of the degree. So because the reason was, the main reason was because they don't doesn't possess the right skills as well as attitude. Okay, so here let us move on to the topic now, because see, you can see the diagram. Okay, knowledge and skills are visible. Okay, everybody can see, but attitude is something is hidden, because we can't easily predict the behavior of an individual, right? So normally it's very difficult to improve the attitude, because by conducting vigorous training, we can improve the skills for aptitude skills, and we can also increase the skills in the technical skills. It's possible, but changing the attitude is something different. Okay, because that's why it was said that, because it's just like changing the spots of leopard. Okay, because the reason was we can't change. But the thing is, because nowadays the students, they understood that they are supposed to change. They are waiting for some guidance, because they also understood that, so if they don't have the right attitude, they won't get the right job. So that is that understanding is there in most of the students. The thing is, we are the responsible people. We are supposed to train them to get the right attitude, because they may be from the different background, okay, and purpose, okay. So when you take skills, I will definitely I will tell, okay, so attitude is going to rule the entire career of an individual, because nobody can deny, because skills is something base which is required for entering into a job or going for an interview, something like that. Okay, once you don't have the right attitude, even after joining the organization, you can't continue. And you can find a lot of people, those who are actually joining the institute, maybe organization, and they are maybe say maybe coming out within short span of time, because they are not able to adjust with the environment. Okay, that is more important, because the attitude actually plays an important role, so that they can adapt to the new situations, right? So that is the main perspective of this. So here actually, because we have a lot of choices. Okay, so because as I said, okay, a leopard cannot change its spots. The thing is, actually, there is a case for a leopard. Okay, it's not for a human being. So we born with purpose, and we are supposed to change. We are supposed to transform. Okay, if you are not actually, say, we should have the desire. So we should have the personal desire to change. So we are supposed to cultivate the desire among ourselves. Okay, because as a young maybe students, okay, they are not able to understand that certain things. Okay, we have the responsibility as a faculty, as an academician, to maybe create a desire, and maybe sometimes we can conduct series of workshops or training. Okay, maybe to improve the attitude, because teaching maybe it's when you want to swim. Okay, it is not possible if you learn 1,000 books. You are supposed to enter inside the water. Okay, then only you can swim. So likewise, so they are supposed to practice. So whatever trained by the trainer, or whatever instructions given by the trainer. Okay, even I am mentioning here some of the points so that they can practice. So we can take these points to the those students, so that they can, if they practice, definitely they will be improving their attitude, and maybe they may be having a positive attitude, so that it will be possible for them to be successful in the career. So here actually, when you take for example, employers are actually attract, as I said earlier, mostly attracted by not by the qualifications on your resume or your certificates, right? So they are used to have they want to take a potential candidate. Even I used to see some of the interviews, people with higher qualifications, they are not actually able to get a job opportunity, and maybe they are maybe good 9.5 CGP or 95 percentage, so they are not able to get the job. And person with 70%, they are able to enter easily because of the right. That is the only thing is attitude. So that's why maybe most of the students, they are having problem nowadays. So this point actually what I'm going to insist here, that is focused on that. So here actually, when you go for okay, coming to the workplace, because after getting a job, they are going for a organization where they are going to work. It is not like our educational institution, okay, because they own itself, they are supposed to work, they are supposed to contribute for the growth of the organization. So otherwise they will be disturbed and they will be thrown out from the organization. It's happening because in the order of the day, because of this competitive world, so getting job is very difficult once they enter with their wrong attitude. Okay, because the thing is, okay, because they can't fit in the organization at the right place. So that's why you can find some people, they used to often jump from one organization to other organization, maybe within a span of 2 months, 3 months, or 6 months. So they are not able to continue because the reason was they are not able to adapt to the to the changes what is happening in the organization. So what nowadays, I maybe after getting the feedback from the lot of HR, so I used to I found out most of the companies actually they're expecting things has to be done, okay, according to their wish, okay, because they are not giving any choice for the candidates or the employees for doing the job. So that is the thing. So whatever they are, see, for example, the working time is from 9 to 5, it will be in the record, but they are supposed to leave the organization only by 8:30 in the evening. So this is happening. So everywhere. So because and maybe a lot of stress will be there and other things. Okay, so if they are not able to manage those things, they can't continue in the organization for a longer period of time. So that is going to disturb their life. Because the thing is, maybe the attitude. Why again? I want to stress one more point. Why attitude is given more importance is the people, those who are working in the organization, they are not going to work as a single person. Okay, they are going to work as a. It is not just like work from home, right? So because most of the job actually maybe very few maybe in IT people are working from. Even that case, they are supposed to coordinate with others. Okay, maybe when you take a project, IT project, there will be team members will be there. There should be a coordination. There will be a team lead. So if you are not actually performing in this particular circle, so you'll be thrown out. So there is it's happening, right? So that's why attitude plays an important role here. So here we are actually just I'm going to give few points regarding the aptitude test, because I told you earlier aptitude test is conducted with some purpose. Okay, it is for it is one of the tests for screening. It has the efficiency. It has some predictive validity. Okay, we can identify the key skills. Okay, and we have the objective assessment, because when you conduct an aptitude test, we can find out the reasoning skills, logical, all the things we can find out, right? But we can't actually exactly predict. Okay, so by using aptitude test, we can't predict the attitude of the individual, right? That can be done by using attitude test. Okay, that is a separate test nowadays. Most of the companies are doing by conducting. You want to check the attitude. So earlier they used to do only during the interview time. So now actually they are giving like a story completion or some fill this and maybe filling the blanks. Okay, something they are giving like that. Okay, so this actually psychological test is going to rule, because they want to know the attitude of the students, right? So here these are the various purpose. Okay, so because it is one of the cost effective selection, so it is going to match the job requirements. Okay, and maybe if they have the required skills, maybe it can reduce the employee turnover. Okay, and they can go for a good growth. Okay, this is the main purpose of giving aptitude test. But overall, when you take an aptitude test, so it is going to do only maybe 20%. Okay, the remaining 80%, it is going to be the attitude of an individual. That is the main thing. Okay, so here let us see. So what are the things I told you? So many things. Okay, how to improve an attitude. Okay, these are the various things we can practice. Okay, maybe our students can practice so that they can improve their attitude, because you might have gone so many things. So these are the few points, maybe based on my experience, I'm sharing here. So here actually when you take attitude, is something about the personal development. Okay, it is a development. So it is something taking a positive habits, so changing the thought patterns and adopting a proactive mindset. Okay, so here's let us see some of the practical steps. First one is first and foremost important thing is self-awareness. What is self-awareness? Because see, most of the people they can't understand their weakness, strengths. Okay, what actually okay, what they are thinking, right? They used to think that always whatever points they raise, it is always right. Okay, so they won't listen to others. Okay, because first of all they are supposed to understand who they are, right? Okay, because maybe if you take we as an individual, we should understand ourselves first. Okay, that is self-awareness. So when you don't have the self-awareness, we can't move to the next step. Okay, that is the first step of attitude. Okay, because we want to improve, because when you want to limit your negative attitude, you are supposed to aware. You have the awareness, right? Self-awareness. This is more important thing. So next one is actually positive affirmations, right? So actually positive affirmations means actually there is something like because you are supposed to have a positive mindset. You are supposed to reinforce a positive mindset. I have here list of I'm giving the list of affirmations here. So here you can see because take for example this. See a lot of see you are supposed to practice. So every day whenever we used to wake up in the morning, we are supposed to practice these things. So I am successful, I am confident, I am powerful, I am strong. Okay, this is not given by me. Okay, I gave the source also. All I need is within me right now. So you see, if you practice at least 2 or 3 every day and repeatedly, if you do the things continuously, okay, so you are supposed to write, or you can maybe read loudly, so that you can see that it will be there in your mind. Okay, because so you are thinking. Okay, because most of the things we are not doing because of our mindset. So it is not because of our physical or other inability. It's because our mind used to because we are supposed to give importance. We are not giving importance for our mind. So we are supposed to give more importance for our mind. Okay, if you read this, okay, if you practice, okay, because it is like chanting the mantra. Okay, it's just like that. Because if you give maybe inner, okay, the feeling should come from the inner. You are not supposed to do maybe namesake, right? So you are supposed to write. Okay, so these are the things, because I can't within the limited period of time I can read all the things. Just I will show on the screen. Even I will share the PPT to the organizing committee also. So these are the positive affirmations. So maybe all things actually totally we have 50. So 50 affirmations are there. It is self-affirmation because you can't expect somebody else will come and appreciate you, okay? Because someone will come and tell you, okay, you are doing a good thing. Maybe right. You did a mistake or you are supposed to rectify. So nobody will come. You are supposed to understand yourself first. Okay, then only it is possible to rectify and supposed to make you as a positive attitude person. So these are the 50 affirmations. It is from a motivational speaker. Okay. Next, the third thing is the third one is it is practice mindfulness because you are supposed to have a greater clarity, and because the thing is nowadays the youngsters actually they are working in an environment because there's a lot of diversions and a lot of other electronic gadgets. Okay, so a lot of things are there. So it is occupying the mind. Okay, because it's not like what was happened some 20 years before. So it is not, it's totally changed, okay, because they are fully occupied, okay, their mind is fully occupied with the electronic gadgets, and maybe it is not with I'm not talking about only with these academics, okay, maybe apart from that, so they don't have the time to devote for peaceful, okay, for the they are not able to spend the time peacefully, okay, because if you take entertainment, so they are reducing these sports and maybe even yoga, meditation, these activities are reduced. And maybe even they are not able to see, no need to go for even yoga or meditation. If they sit calm for a few minutes, that is enough. But they don't have that type of thing nowadays. So that's why it is better if you give some space to breathe. So space to maybe for ourselves, okay, and you sit calm. And even if you do meditation, is always better. So that will increase your strength, mind strength. Okay, this is actually thing. Okay, all the points actually what I'm discussing here is maybe a lot of people are practicing. That was that was able to bring a lot of development in the career. So next one is adapt a growth mindset, because actually people are actually what actually the students are thinking nowadays. They used to think that they are maybe very maybe right. Maybe actually because they are not able to grow, okay, because whatever they got, okay, maybe in the career or maybe in the life, okay, it is okay. Professor, it is audible? Okay, okay. See, that is actually a growth mindset. Growth mindset means there should be, see, because now present generation students or maybe even the candidates, okay, they are not able to focus more, okay, because they are not they are not taking the hard work. So mostly they are doing the smart work and they are able to be successful. But I am not totally disagree with that point. But the here thing is the dedication is less, right? Because you can see for the maybe you take the period of past 25 years or 30 years, the dedication with the job or maybe the career or the work what they are used to do it is very less. Okay, maybe one or two exceptional cases will be there, and most of the students are not showing that much dedication and they are not sincere, right? And maybe once see, and another thing is the mindset also, they are actually just like a frog in a well, okay, they're not actually thinking beyond that, okay. So because they are supposed to have a growth mindset, that is more important to develop a positive attitude. Next one is positive visualization, right? So because mostly thing is if I ask anyone, okay, complete your assignment by tomorrow, means they used to tell no. Because with assignment maybe something which is 10 pages or 5 pages they are supposed to present, or any presentation with the 5 slides, they used to tell no. The reason was actually most of the cases they are not actually understanding, okay, they are not visualizing what is happening, okay, they are not understanding what's the real thing, and without understanding the real thing they are giving the response, okay. And maybe you are supposed to visualize and you create a positive image. And maybe when you visualize, okay, when you are think, okay, maybe visualize the thing means so we are maybe okay, even though if it is not possible, okay, maybe we are supposed to think. So there will be a way, with so that we can do it. So most of the organizations they used to give maybe when they enter into the organization for maybe in the first job, they used to find a lot of pressure, okay, maybe out of 100 students, okay, maybe 50 or 60 will stay, maybe 40 will come out. The reason was they are not able to cope up with the change and they are not able to visualize how to manage the things. Okay, that is the main thing. Okay, so things can be done. So they have the attitude of I can't do it. Okay, that's the reason. Okay, I used to encourage with some of the students. Maybe when they used to quit the job, they used to tell, okay, so many reasons, because so many reasons, and maybe so many examples they used to quote about their boss. Okay, because they're having this much pressure, and these are the things that we can't do it. Okay, the thing is, we are putting a lot of things which is not able to achieve, right? Because they are not actually asking you to enter into moon or conquer something, right? Because things something is possible, right? And maybe out of 100 few are doing and few are not able to do. That is because of they are lagging in the positive visualization. So next thing is healthy lifestyle. So healthy lifestyle, because there is an important thing. So it's a culture with all ready to eat food. Okay, maybe and people are not mostly concentrating on the physical exercise, right? Okay, and maybe physical exercise is more important for your mental health, that nobody can deny. So because sleep, okay, because I used to find some of the maybe in some, maybe very few students, they used to sleep in the classroom. When I used to inquire, so what has happened yesterday, they used to tell, I slept only by 2 o'clock. So what you did, okay, whether you did study, no, I know definitely they will be using the electronic gadgets, right? So that may be the reason. Okay, sufficient sleep is more important for your positive mood, because you'll be more restless when you come for the next day, whether you'll go for office or they'll go for a maybe institution. Okay, you'll be totally restless. So maybe almost 80 to 85% of the students, they're not having a right sleep, and they are most of the students actually because I used to insist the students to take morning breakfast. They used to skip the breakfast, and maybe after 20 or 30 years, they used to have severe health issues. It's happening. So maybe and proper nutrition food. They used to go for mostly junk foods, right? And they used to maybe that will serve the purpose for a little bit of time. Okay, it is not going to be contribute for a longer period of time. So this is actually more thing. As a academician, we should not only focus on the maybe daily academic activities and even other activities. Okay, we are supposed to focus more on the healthy lifestyle style also. Because I used to find nowadays students at the age of 18, and they used to faint in the classroom. It's happening because they won't take and low BP. So these are the complications we can find. Okay, this was not there some 20 years or 25 years back. Okay, so these are things are there. So this is going to affect their physical as well as mental health. So because they can't basically, once they are having this type of maybe lifestyle, they can't improve their attitude, or they can't develop the attitude. They can't do the routine academic activities also. Sorry. Next is negative influences. So this is actually more vibrant in our society, right? So maybe people are actually exposure to negative news, maybe toxic relationship situations to bring down. Okay, so maybe nobody see. I used to see a lot of people used to find out a person who is why you are looking so dull, why you are looking so tired. Maybe this is a thing words, right? Even though the person is not dull or tired, okay. If you focus the same thing again and again, repeatedly 2 or 3 times, okay, naturally become dull. He'll become dull. Like it is happening, right? So because words have more power. Okay, because you should not actually mingle with the people those who are having. I used to tell my students, you should not see somebody is having a negative thoughts. You are supposed to try. You can try them to make us a positive, maybe a third person, or just you go away from you, right? So because that negative influences is going to maybe right suppress your growth. Okay, and it's maybe at any cost. You are not supposed to influence by the negative. Okay, because some people always having the negative thoughts. So whenever see they used to speak, okay, they used to speak only the negative information. They won't give any positive information. Okay, maybe about the society. They used to blame the politicians. They used to blame the country. They used to blame the maybe right the institution. Okay, organization. Okay, so these type of people are actually not going to help the individual for the growth. See, normally when you go for when you are working in an institution or when you are going to study in an institution, you are not supposed to blame, right? Because these negative influences is going to hinder your growth. So next is actually learn to manage stress. because stress actually maybe is a separate topic, because stress management is itself is a separate subject. Okay, I'm not a psychology person. Okay, because we're going to talk more about managing the stress. So it is also a part of thing that is going to bring more about the attitude, right? Because see, because a lot of when you are going to concentrate focus maybe more on your daily routine job, maybe for example even in academics. Okay, and people are thinking that when you're going for electronic gadgets and maybe working with the maybe game, okay, right? Maybe right any game, okay, in the app, okay, not maybe physically, right? So this is not going to have any relaxation, right? Only thing is you are going to you are just maybe giving more strain for your brain, right? Because you are actually there won't be any muscle relaxation. You'll be, take for example, maybe in academics in the classroom, maybe sitting for 5 to 6 hours in the classroom continuously. So when you go for, and again you maybe at the home you are sitting for a few hours continuously with your electronic gadgets, same thing is there. Okay, so both there was no physical activity for most of the students nowadays, and maybe so that's why they are not able to cope up with the stress. Even small things they are not able to manage, right? And maybe a lot of because once you have the stress, it leads to a lot of complications at the later stage. So not at the present 20 plus. Okay, it will happen only after 30 plus. You can find a lot of other maybe diabetics and maybe BP. So things are happening, and because they don't have the hobbies. And one more thing I want to highlight here, as an education institution, we are not giving importance for sports. Sports actually, maybe the sports may be given importance up to the school level, that too up to 9th standard or 10th standard. That's all. After that, they will be crushed for only the academics. Okay, so maybe what you did, what assignment, what report, that's all. So this is going like that. Okay, because see, only very few students they are participating in NSS, NCC, and maybe other activities, maybe sports activity. So it is not actually, sports is not made as a compulsory thing. Okay, because whenever those who are interested, they may go. That's all. And some institution they don't have that facility, so that they can't maybe because cope up with this level of stress. Okay, and because going for entertainment or movie or theme park, it is also one of the part of relaxation, but it's not possible always, right? So every day we can't do, every week you can't go for a theme park. It's not possible, right? So when you want to manage the stress, it should be there in your academic institution, in our, or maybe in the organization, because a lot of IT companies they're having a lot of stress relieving techniques, and sometime back some of the companies they used to engage fun executive. That is one of the it's a comedian actually. They used to focus on engaging with the people those who are having stress. Okay, it was there, and still some of the companies are following that fun executive. The job name is fun executive. So here, maybe IT job is more stressful. Nowadays, actually, people are working from home. So that time also they had a stress. Okay, it's not like that stress is not there when they work from home. So managing stress is more important, because once they are able to manage the stress when you are in academics, it is possible for them to manage the stress even in the organization when they go for, once they go for a job. Okay, because it's not a problem, because most of the students once they leave the job, okay, maybe because of the stress, because of work pressure, okay, they are not able to withstand the pressure, because they don't have that type of practice earlier. Okay, so this is the thing. Next one is we are this is a lot, maybe some stage. Okay, we need a therapist. Okay, it's not for everyone. Maybe you might have also seen some of the students, they used to have some negative attitudes, and they used to speak differently. Okay, and maybe they used to behave differently in the classroom. So at that time, they may require a therapist. Okay, maybe extraordinary cases, not everyone. Okay, so they may require a professional help. So in that case, and most of the institutions also they are having the counselor. Counselor means I'm not talking about the academic counselor. It is also maybe people they used to engage from the qualified people, therapists. Okay, they used to keep, and so they used to visit the institution for occasionally based on the requirement. So this will help them to relieve from the negative attitudes. The next one is responsibility, right? So normally thing is our today present generation. Okay, so they are actually very few students are taking the responsibility, And maybe because we should also make them to practice, okay, right? In the classroom, we should give more type of activity so that they can take a responsibility. So, for example, if you are conducting an event, and I found most of the institutions when they conduct any event or the thing, they used to because the faculty will take the responsibility. Okay, because they won't actually, and maybe their role is only to monitor. It is not actually maybe to take everything. Okay, we are only a faculty, right? So they are going to be in the real world maybe after completing the education. So what is required? We are supposed to focus on their development, right? Because we are supposed to teach them how to take a responsibility. Because they are, first of all, because they can't, the word itself, it's something peculiar for them. The reason was they don't know okay what to do, okay, because they want to avoid, because most of the thing is students are maybe they used to escape, they want to escape from the situation, right? So if it continues, it is very difficult to develop in the career. That's what because you see, for that we are supposed to make them to train. Okay, we are supposed to make them to accept the responsibility, and maybe in the future, maybe in the future years, okay, they are able to cope up with the in the organization or in the real maybe in their life, personal life. So next one is this is actually there, okay, in most of the cases, and you can find in maybe in the organization nowadays they are doing. So we are supposed to small wins, right? Maybe we are supposed to, because everyone wants to get appreciation, right? Because when the appreciation comes from the other side, maybe from the faculty side or from the boss side, okay, they'll be very happy, okay, because even the small things. And maybe small wins, celebrate small wins, okay, because this will actually reinforce, okay, more positive and optimistic outlook, right? So when you have the positive and optimistic look, so it is not maybe this attitude, negative attitude get maybe reduced, right? So this is another important thing. So because at the strength, okay, because the strength of inner strength will increase. Okay, so that's why maybe and the stress and other things what I told you earlier, it gets relieved. So maybe a small win. It's not just like that. A person maybe achieved maybe a great thing. Okay, we are supposed to celebrate. Even the small things can be celebrated. You take in academics, we can celebrate a small maybe a person even participated in a competition. We can celebrate. Okay, maybe that's all actually they used to celebrate, okay, because we can make it as a mandatory, so that and we can speak about what contribution they did, okay, so that definitely this is going to help the students, as well as if you take, they're going to work in as an employee, so the employer has to do these things, right? Okay, so finally so these are the points, okay, because when you take see, when you take this all the steps, okay, when you practice all the steps, these are things you can take away. So maybe first thing is we can adapt in a dynamic job market. So why the market is so dynamic? Because when you have the positive attitude, okay, because maybe there will be a flexibility will be there. Okay, maybe we can navigate towards the uncertainties, right? Maybe okay, and maybe a job market is not so easy. Okay, for example, entering in the job market, and maybe after entering in the job market, it's not easy to continue in the job, right? So it is very difficult. Okay, it is survival is very difficult nowadays because of this highly competitive world. Okay, because if you want to get a better option, okay, you are supposed to adapt in a dynamic job market, because actually everyone knows, right? The cockroach and the dinosaur, okay, because both belongs to the same period. Cockroach and dinosaur belongs to the same period, and you can find numerous species of cockroaches nowadays still. Okay, it's maybe in the globe, right? Across the globe, in different hundreds of species are there, but we are not able to find out a single dinosaur, because even though it is big, the thing is it is not able to adapt according to the changing environment. Okay, because it was found that even certain species of cockroaches, it can even sustain for a nuclear explosion also, right? That's why even a lot of things have happened so many years. So why I'm taking this as an example is we should also maybe the world is to keep on changing, right? So what we are having today, okay, it won't be there tomorrow. So see, there will be a lot of changes. So what we see in our office or in our institution, it won't be there tomorrow. So if you are not able to adapt in the changing job environment, so it is very difficult to sustain in the organization, or it may be very difficult. It's very difficult to have a peaceful life also. Okay, right? So next one is effective communication and teamwork, right? Because as I told you, when you are going to work in a team, so maybe as a students, they are supposed to cultivate their interpersonal skills. So when you want to have the interpersonal skills, okay, you are supposed to work maybe with the teams. Okay, you are not supposed to create any conflicts, because there should not be any ego clash, because these things are coming because of your negative attitude, right? If you have the positive attitude, we can have a very good communication, and there should be a proper will be a proper team coordination, right? And maybe another thing is there will be every day is a learning, right? So maybe as a faculty, we know every day we are supposed to learn. Okay, and maybe even working in IT or any other organization, you are supposed to learn the skill. Actually we are supposed to maybe upgrade our skills, right? So if you know, because most of the organizations, they are expecting that the students should have the right attitude to learn, because even they are ready to take people that are having less skills, but the thing is they have the interest to learn. Because as most of us academicians, we know, because whatever we teach in the classroom, it is not going to happen in the real world, right? So many things are different, and maybe they are expecting the thing people, whether they will accept the change, whether they're ready to maybe mold according to their environment. Okay, that's a more thing. Next one is leadership and initiative, and as I told you, most of the people are not actually taking the responsibility. Once you take the responsibility, definitely you can be a leader, right? And maybe definitely you can initiate the things and you can proceed further. And maybe if you take a crowd of 20 people, one will be there, will taking the leadership. Okay, so that's why I want everyone, okay, to the leadership skill, because there is a fear, right? Because the reason was why the students are not coming forward, because they have the fear, they don't have the confidence. Okay, and maybe I think is they are actually cultivated in a particular because they were brought, and maybe in a particular situation, right? They were not actually given opportunity to learn. And mostly in the this attitude needs to be built in the school career itself, right? But it is very difficult to, I can understand that it's very difficult to change in the college, because after 17 or 18 it's very difficult to change. The thing is, but still, and some students are able to change and able to have a better opportunity, because always we can change. Okay, because we made a lot of changes in our food habits, right? So what we used to eat some for 30 years back, so the same thing we are not eating right now. Okay, because whatever things we felt that it is not good, okay, nowadays we are taking as a good thing, right? So these things are happening, so definitely is possible, right? Next one is the client and stakeholder, because factor in maybe when you have the positive thing, okay, maybe you have the positive referrals, you have the positive you can, when you are doing a business, or maybe you're working in an organization, or as a student, okay, you can cultivate a good relationship with your employees, maybe, or maybe a peer group. Okay, it's possible. So that is also more important. So these are the points. Just I want to go take maybe as a takeaway, as a conclusion also. Finally, I want to tell you, because maybe most of the institutions, as we are giving more importance for other skills development, okay, maybe aptitude and other things. So attitude, maybe the training should be conducted, and there should be vigorous monitoring should be there, and maybe whatever students having the problem difficulties, okay, we are supposed to make them to understand, even it's maybe a 2 years course or 3 years course or 4 years course. Okay, so within short span of time, is it possible? That is my opinion. It's possible to make them as a good leader for their entire career. So I hope these are the points that I want to share. Thank you, sir, for giving the opportunity for being a part of this seminar, World Seminar Series. Okay, I'm also one of the contributor. I'm really happy because I got the opportunity because of the convener, okay, because of the coordinator, right, sir. So Batkar is the chief organizer, okay, because I came to know from the group he's a nice person, and because I don't have the previous relationship with him, and he's coordinating well, and he's also more flexible, right, and very good in maybe. Okay, so I hope I want to as a my personal thing is I want to maintain a good relationship with you, sir. Maybe in future, so that maybe it is an online seminar. Maybe if it is a live seminar, it will be more. I think I can go for with some activities also. It is for students. I'm not talking for. It's for a faculty. If it is for a student, means we can go for some activity. We can check their attitude and other things. We can and in which area they are lagging. We can find out. So that also we can do. But so many things are restricted because it is an online. Another thing is the target participants are why actually here I'm taking here is because as a faculty we have the responsibility to take these things to our students. Okay, because train the trainers. It's not I'm not giving the training. Just I'm giving awareness about the things what is happening nowadays. And most of us we know already. Okay, just so let's say we can take a gentle reminder. We can take. Okay, thank you, sir. Yeah, sir. Any questions or anything? Okay. Yes, sir.
A very good evening to everyone, to Bedkar sir and to Mr. Suresh also. Sir, I would like to add some points and then I will ask some questions. As like I agree with all whatever you have searched, and it was a great search that you have worked upon it in with deep statistical and behavioral aptitude problems in the young generation. But I want to discuss that definitely these problems are there with our generation. But what to do when we are entering in a political organization? Like there is a lot of politics beyond our limit also, and when we enter into any organization, we are given the warm welcome, and as we are shown the need that our need was there to serve them, but slowly we find they are playing politics behind our back, and then they start finding the deficiencies. Oh, you have not done this, you have not done that. The unnecessary issues are created, and like if there is no competition in between the colleagues also, they are very good friends. The management side people try to break their companionship, and then they play cheap activities that hurting the employees sentiments, and such like things. So what do you recommend then, how to adjust in that kind of organizations? As well as when we look into this, the market is so competitive that they are very good in hiring and firing. So how to compete there? Because the older generation was given a focus of stability, of getting stable in an organization for a longer period. Also, the employers were very genuine, and they used to think of for the employees concern also. They used to give relax also. Not only this, the organizations today have a longer working period than previous ones. As we see that 10, 12, 20 years back, 15 years back, there were limited times. But with the uprise of corporations, all the organizations have given a longer working time these days. And they expect the employer to be on work even after the duty hours. And the work is such a stiff one that even with the technical updations, no one can complete in such a short period of time or a targeted time. And then we have to be very honest with them. We can't speak against them. So what things you suggest that as an employee I can use against them? Like in order to save myself, not to get humiliated by them, or in what way we shall react to them if they are using such things against us. So we cannot go into legal proceedings. We try our best to stay there. So what things you suggest that we should do for? And definitely our present generation is having a lots of deficiencies in them, as you have marked all in your presentation. That was excellently researched upon, that behavioral aptitude is missing. So I can't say that everyone is having these kind of deficiencies. 60%, 70% maybe are like this, but the 30% employees are very honest and dedicated to their work. But they also face problems that they can't go against their employers. So, what things you suggest for people like us to say face these actual work ground problems?
Yeah. Okay. Okay. It's maybe you get given an explanation and also a question, right? Okay. First of all, because the thing is, I told you because when you have the attitude, right? Okay, I will just give an example, right? For example, when one of my recent interview, maybe it's an MNC company, okay, for an internship, even for an internship, right? They had asked one question because if I want, because the particular candidate was staying some 25 kilometers away from the office, right? They asked me, okay, maybe I'm calling by morning by 8 o'clock, and I'm just asking you to come here exactly by 9 o'clock to my office. How you will come? At that particular girl, she replied, I will come by public transport, right? She was not selected, right? See, the reason, okay, because they're expecting, as you said, okay, this was happened some few days back in the interview, right? Because this was the feedback I used to collect from the students, right? So the thing is, actually, that company, because that organization, they are expecting that people should be there. Okay, maybe. See, the thing is, she might have answered, I will book a cab and I will reach the place. So they will agree, right? Because the thing is, because they want to check whether whenever they used to call, they will come. Because the thing is, actually, we are in the receiving end, right? So as a student or as an employee, we are in the receiving end. So there's no chance, because we are supposed to adjust, right? Because as you said, okay, maybe the working hour is up to 6 o'clock, and maybe most of the maybe our students, those who joined recently, maybe working 1 or 2 years in the organization. If I make a call by 9 o'clock, they used to tell still I'm in the office. Okay, maybe it's a leading bank. They're working in a leading bank, right? So, but the banging time is over by maybe by 3:30, 4 o'clock. Even they work for another 2 hours, maybe by 6 or 7 they're supposed to leave. But 9:30 also they are in the bank, right? So here actually the situation is, about the competition, right? Okay, because we can't change the employer, right? So because the thing is, we can't change the employer. So if you want a job, you want to be a good, okay, we are supposed to adjust, right? My thing is, and I used to found out some of the organization, people are creating politics because if 100 people are working in the organization, only the politics will be there within among 20 or 30, right? It won't be there for the remaining people. Okay, if they are having a good attitude, so definitely it is not going to carry. Okay, because see, because you used to tell, okay, because the people used to speak maybe without understanding the consequences. They used to speak, and they used to have the ego, right? Maybe that's the reason. Okay, when you are working in a team, they used to utter some words which is not actually acceptable by others. So, but once you have the positive attitude, okay, because you used to think others, okay, you are supposed to maybe, okay, in that case, definitely you are not going to speak like that. So maybe most of the thing is, and some people they used to speak, maybe they used to get problem because of their whatever they used to speak in the organization, gossips. So a lot of things, okay, because there maybe people are so much interested, right? Spreading the gossips and other thing. So this is the reason why actually, see, if you are able to see, my point of view is, okay, if you want to get a job, you want to settle in your life, okay, so we can't actually change the employer. Okay, because we are in the receiving end, right? So we are supposed no other opportunity. See, thing is, see, even nowadays in government job also we have the target. And you can see in a lot of company, maybe government companies, organization, they have the target, they fix the target, right? So there is no other. Even see nowadays we are getting calls from the government banks regarding the investments and other things. So here we won't get any call from a government bank regarding a loan, other thing, right? So this is the reason why, because my answer is, so no other option. We are supposed to adapt and we are supposed to change according to the situation. And we are not able to, we can't make the, see, once in the cases, for example, if it is an extreme case, we are not able to adjust means it is for an employee, those who work in an organization for 4 or 5 years. You can readily quit the job and you can go for another opportunity you'll get. But the thing is, when the maybe he's having less than 1 year experience, I used to tell my students, okay, maybe after 3 months or 4 months, so don't quit the job within 1 year. And maybe see some of the students, they used to quit the job within 1 year. Maybe I will go to another job. They'll stick for 3 months. So finally, within 1 year period of time, they used to get 3 or 4 jobs. So definitely, when you go for the fourth interview, they won't select you. So this is nature, right? So here my point is focusing more on the entry level students, right? Because I'm just focusing on the entry level only. People, those who are in the higher level, if they have they are facing politics, means definitely they can move to the other organization, right? But they, maybe students with 1 year or less than 1 year or 2 years experience, they don't have any other opportunity. They are supposed to adjust, but it happens, right? Because I used to tell an example, because I can quote a name of the company also. When our students, they went for internship, right? For 8 students went for internship for Amazon, right? Amazon internship. The 2 days actually they were not given even a chair to sit, right? So they are MBA students. 2 days it was not given. Even they don't have the proper place to sit for taking the lunch also. Nobody asked, right? Okay, they were roaming here and there maybe first 2 days. And they called me in the second day. So it was happened like that. So what we shall do, right? So but now out of 8, 2 students are working in Amazon as a regular employee, right? So they are able to 6 months internship. They are able, see, after a few days the things got changed, right? Little bit change, right? They were given some cabin. Okay, see, thing is, our youngsters actually they're expecting from the day one itself, right? Things see don't happen every day, right? The day one itself, because it will be, see, once you are there, okay, it will happen. Okay, maybe not in the day one, and they want to sit in a AC room with secretary. It's not possible, right? Okay, I'm talking about, see, all the, because nowadays most of the organizations they are not keeping any assistants, right? Because they are cutting, because earlier it will be there. Okay, assistants will be there. If you go for even for a higher position also, nowadays they want to cut down the number of employees. Okay, so they are not giving assistants. Okay, and they are not giving car. They may be giving allowance. They won't give the driver. So a lot of things are, see, the facilities were cut. Even a vice president, earlier maybe vice president, you take for example a vice president of a leading bank, he used to go by his own car. Okay, it was not the case some 20 years back, right? 30 years back. Okay, so this actually, because the world is more competitive, and that my answer is we are supposed to adjust. Okay, we are supposed to adapt to the maximum extent, right? So there is no other alternative.
And yes, the employers are also becoming harsh these days. So definitely, I agree to your point. After the maximum
Yeah,
adjustment, the saturation points come.
yeah. And another thing is, if you are not able to
And
adjust, okay,
so
well,
our employee turnover is increasing because of these harsh conditions. That is not good for an organization, and that is not good for a country also.
yeah, that is not good. Okay, because I will definitely agree. It is not good for an organization. But the thing is, and some organization is able to survive because of that also, right? So we
So
can't
I
deny.
have seen a very less organizations who
Yeah,
care for the employees nowadays, and they also think of hiring and retrenching also.
yeah,
But they don't think of even terminating the employees also, because they know that there is a long path of training, and then they have to they have to expand, incur a lot of expenditure for hiring the
yeah, yeah,
employees. So they
yeah.
are
They
not
can't do it.
also doing this. They are paying the salary at a good amount, such that their employers shall feel greeted. But not every organization is that same, and I think the need for good organizations is also there, because it is not good for our country that people come and go. They're
Yeah.
just coming like interns and they're going.
So
Even
one.
if they are experts, they have served the organizations for years. if they want to change, definitely there must be a change. So I think on a part that employers also need a training these days, that how to cater to the needs of employees also. And as an educator, I think that there must be a PDP session. Like we have all the courses in the 6 semesters or 8 semesters. There must be a 1 month subject for PDP, such that we shall inculcate the moral values, the behavioral aptitudes in our students, as if we are creating them for the industry. So fit for the industry. So PDP must be a compulsory subject in every course, whether it is a technical one or it is a diploma or it is a general one, such that we get the correct right aptitude, the employees with right aptitude as we are looking for. So I think that's a must for our updations that UGC shall introduce, and AICT is also required to introduce, because we are searching for the employees. We are looking on the both sides. That we are on the employer side also, we are on the employee side also. So we want our employees to be perfect for us. So definitely their aptitude shall change from the collegiate level itself.
Yeah, thing
This
is,
is a must, I
yeah,
think, that shall
yeah,
be added in the curriculum.
yeah. Only thing is, I will give you a best remedy, right? You can become an employer. You can start an own organization, so that problem will be solved, right? So after getting a
Actually, I did
five years
a diploma
experience,
in
okay, it's
computerized
not possible
accounting.
for everyone, right? Not possible for everyone. If you have the other things, okay, support from your family, other things, it's there. Definitely, you can start there. No,
But
I'm not.
definitely
Yeah, it's
not
possible.
possible for, but if it be a part of curriculum, then there must be 1 month or 2 month training definitely. I attended a diploma in my career, in the starting of my career, that is in computerized accounting, and there was one compulsory subject for PDP. So I have to regularly attend for, and our institute started taking interviews on a weekly basis. It's like a training session, and definitely the candidates were selected for different jobs. So I think that shall be a part of the curriculum, because it will inculcate their values and change their moral values from the basic level itself. Otherwise, we can't create patience in them. I think the problem with today's generation's kids is they lack in patience. They are good in skills, they are good in technology, but they lack in patience. They lack in behavioral aptitude. So definitely there's a dire need to change.
This can be one point, sir. I want to add here. Actually, instead of keeping you in the maybe higher education level, because nowadays most of our school curriculum is not focusing on this, like moral values. So it is lagging from this, because it is very difficult to teach maybe mature students, right? Students are actually maybe it's coming after 17 here, coming here. Okay, maybe if it is there in the schools, maybe it is there. It was there some 30 years back. School curriculum. It's moral values, ethics, all the things they used to study. Nowadays, even though it is there, actually they are not giving importance for that. So that may be the reason why those students are coming to college, and maybe we are facing this type of problems. And when they go for organization, again the problem comes, right? Thank you.
Thank welcome, sir.
Good evening, Dr. Bedkar sir, Principal sir. Good evening, Prashant sir, and good evening, Doctor. Wonderful presentation you have made, and you talked about very keywords, important keywords like attitude, aptitude, and flexibility. Right, so that is very much required in our life. And you had given a wonderful example of cockroaches and dinosaurs, which is really, really means it is an illustration, how to adapt oneself and with the environment. If you're not adapting, then you'll be thrown out of those things. So that is the best example what you had given, and it is a kind of metamorphosis what you have done. Wonderful presentation. My question is, nowadays the youth, they are just running behind the success and money. These two things are there. They want a good position, they want a higher positions, and they fly from one company to another company, or even in hospitals or also in medical field. They are not getting settled down in one hospital. Right? As soon as someone shows some extra money, they jump from this. They are not loyal to that company then. So that loyalty is getting lost. And many of those, the young people I had seen, they want means a very speedy or very fast success. They want money and everything, very soon. But our plant also requires, when we are putting a seed, it requires time to grow and then start giving fruits.
Yeah,
But that attitude is getting lost from the young people. So how to develop their attitude and aptitude? Because even a hospital, to run a hospital, when I start my hospital, at least for 1.5 year it goes vacant, and we have to give that waiting period. But nowadays people want money and they want position and they want this as early as possible. So what kind of attitude and aptitude you will suggest to them? Thank you.
sir. Okay. So I can understand your question, because the thing is, whenever when you see, whenever we put a job, okay, post for applying, the students are actually looking for only the package, right? So you have 10 lakhs per annum, okay, they are ready to apply. If it is 5 lakhs, they won't apply, right? So the thing is, they want to day one itself, okay, first month itself, they want to get 10 lakhs. So the gradual growth, actually, as you said, because the gradual growth is going to bring the success in the career. The thing is, that is because of the lack of awareness only. As I told you earlier, this awareness actually, because they are seeing the entire world, right? They are seeing the world actually, whatever is actually, whatever they are seeing, right, in the world, actually they are seeing money as an important thing. So it was actually, maybe even maybe if we take the present generation, those who are in the college, right, institution, maybe for the past 10, 15 years, maybe they may be in the school life. So it was actually not taught them, okay, because money is also required, but is the, maybe they used to think money is the one of the important things required for the life, right? So that's why, as earlier, Madam to asked, okay, about the human values, right? The human values, because if you because it's not possible now immediately, okay, if you cultivate those things now, okay, maybe we can get the benefit only after 10 years, right? So maybe even the government is also taking a lot of initiative for conducting the things. But only thing is, so we can take the only to the that we can take the horse only to the pond, okay. Only thing is, they are supposed to drink the water. So we can't make right, we can't feed them, right, directly, okay. So that is the thing. And maybe even some of the institutions also taking effective things. But the thing is, they are not actually, it's not coming from the inner, all right? Because they want to think about the money, right? Because see, having a particular brand of mobile, okay, a particular brand of car, okay, they are actually, so it was maybe you can take in the media, or you can take in this or maybe social media, it was projected like that, right? It was projected, okay. So once you have these things, okay, it is life, there will be a fulfillment, right? Nobody is actually thinking about what actually Mother Teresa did, what Mahatma Gandhi did, okay. So those things actually, okay, how they are able to lead the life, okay. Is it actually, being a barrister, is it necessary to wear a dress like that and going roaming here and there? No, it's not required for him, right? But people actually, because I'm not asking them to be like those people, but okay, they may be selfish to, maybe we can make them, okay, it's order of the day, it's not possible, right? And the thing is, main thing is, they are actually focusing because of the nature, the brought up, right? And I know some of the parents also, because the parenting, okay, it is also one of the wrong thing, right? Because actually they're focused only on the money. So money is there, we can achieve anything in the life. So it is, and they are also seeing inside the home and outside. So this environment is pushing them to run behind the money. And I know, because one of my student actually, he was in a job, a good job, right? And maybe almost 6.5 lakhs he joined. After 3 months, he quit the job and he went for another organization for 10 lakhs. And after that, okay, he thought, okay, it's very high pressure, so he can't sustain. After 3 months, he resigned the job. Maybe after that, it took around 6 months, more than 6 months for getting a third job, right? Because these 10 lakhs, 6 lakhs, 7 lakhs, all they are counting only in terms of money, right? So money, okay, because I will agree with you. People are, these generations are like that. And maybe, as you said, maybe you waited for 1.5 years for getting the benefits, okay, by starting the maybe hospital, right? Okay, because now they want to get day one itself. Okay, that's the thing, that you are supposed to change the mindset, okay, by giving, conducting training workshops, and it should be started from the school level, right? It should be included in the school curriculum itself. Starting from the primary school itself, it should be there. Money should, and maybe parenting also. Both are equally important, right? So anything else you want to add? Is it okay?
So thank you very much for your explanation. I think what I felt that loyalty. Nowadays people
Yeah,
are not
right.
showing loyalty. And along with the loyalty, what happens that this institute grows further. And when institute grows further, everyone grows under the roof of that institute. But nowadays that attitude has lost.
Yeah.
As soon as people shows some bigger amount, they jump to that side. So that kind of attitude may, what you have given an example of your student,
Yeah.
it is really true. They cannot cope up, or maybe they are having some other problem or recession. Recession takes place, and all of a sudden everything stops.
Yes.
And that is very great story, sir.
Yeah.
So
Yes, sir.
I think go and study, win the race. That is the only formula what I feel.
Yes.
And for the flexibility also, that is also one of the very important thing. The cockroaches they survived, and the dinosaurs got destroyed. And that example is really one theme of your today's presentation. Thank you very much, sir, for your great presentation.
Welcome, sir. Welcome. Sir, welcome. Yeah, sir, yes, sir. I want to also convey my wishes, right? Sorry, sir. I didn't. Okay, yeah. I will also. Yes. Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for your blessings and all kind of support what you are doing. That is how we progress together. That is the thing. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Yes. Thank you, Professor. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, all the participants. Okay, sir. Okay. Come, sir. Thank you, sir. We'll expecting a future also, right? So you can call me at any time. It's okay. I'm ready to give the contribution for the students community and also the faculty. Thank you, sir.